I've got the idea for the Memory Master.
Ooh.
The Memory Master. So I play a lot of Tekken, and there's a thing you can do in Tekken where you go and watch your replays, and it'll tell you exactly how to like punish certain moves and block them. And I'm thinking we can apply this kind of thing to real life because you always have like, oh, what if something just told you what to say or do in any given moment? You could have that, but that's not honest. But this way, you can go back, look at your memories, and it'll tell you, like, give you a breakdown on like, if you are ever in this situation again, this is the kind of thing you should do.
Also, it's like you're not like, I feel like if you had someone telling you what to do, you're not like living life.
Yeah.
But if you've like perfected like this happens, then I say this.
Yeah.
Then it's like,
Then you're practicing instead of just being told exactly what to do in any given situation,
Yeah.
And then you can apply that to real life, like next time you're like, oh, I fucked it up again, like that's fine, like next time I got it for real.
Yeah.
And this can apply to like conversations. This can apply to sex, physical
Did it all wrong.
physical altercations, you're like, oh, you should have like instead of doing what you did and just taking that punch, you should have kind of like probably dodged that a little bit or something,
I feel like a lot of the fight ones are going to be you should have ran away.
yeah.
Well, maybe that's the best advice in that situation.
Yeah, maybe that's what some people need to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then they're
implant
like,
the
yeah, next
emotional
time I'll
memory.
just run away. Yeah.
Right.
Well, no, it's just like it's like a self-analyzation tool for your memories and stuff like that. So you conduct a conversation the wrong way, you went down the wrong dialogue tree, and then it's like you should have probably like gone back and said this instead of that, and you wouldn't have blown up that conversation so badly. And I think the Memory Master will really help for obvious applications or people with dementia or Alzheimer's. Excuse me. And they can get that replay of being like, no, this is your son and not your grandson.
They're
or
not
whatever.
gonna remember that though, right? Like you're just gonna.
But
like,
that's why it's helpful because you can like pull it up in a moment, be like, oh, this is okay. Let me remember like who this is or whatever.
Okay.
That's why it's the Memory Master, not the just memory like watcher.
I feel like the Memory Master is going to really freak out people with Alzheimer's.
yeah, it's gonna be like what?
Any more
Why
than
did I have
normal?
this installed.
I think
Yes.
the master. I think the Memory Master would work well if it did have like gave you the emotions of memories too. So I was thinking about the fight thing. Like after a fight, oftentimes like I just shouldn't have done that. So it'd be like as one starting, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go after this guy. I'd be like the memory of right after your last one. Be like maybe not.
Maybe
so
not.
with Tekken, the way that they have this go is like you'll replay a fight that you like played online or played against somebody, and it will pause the fight and be like, "Hey, here you did this thing, or here you did this thing. You should try doing this instead because that's actually how you like punish this move or like try to avoid it." And I think with the Memory Master, what you could do is I think that like having it as like a heads up display is kind of creepy, but we could have it like beam into your mind while you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Because like, what do you use your dreams for? Like, dreams are for losers, and so
dreams are
what you
for
could
analyzing your memories and
Yeah.
experiences, but it just isn't optimal. You know?
and so instead,
I
what you
would
could
say
do.
outright useless. I've never gleaned anything useful from a dream.
never
in my
been
life.
like-
You guys suck.
I've been like, wow, I don't want to go back there. That's fucking creepy. But like
That was a bad
but if
dream.
you had just a replay of what happened at like a very embarrassing moment, and then like it all paused, and it's like, hey, here you're about to say a joke that's going to be incredibly off color, and no one's going to like it. And their dog just died, so you probably shouldn't say that. It's
Yeah.
like you should instead go for this one, and then you say "Haktua," spit on that thing, and then everyone laughs.
Everyone laughs so fucking hard.
That is, we could also business idea. We could program it so every time that it's like pivot the conversation to the Idea Guys podcast.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna say that like once you use this for a while, all of a sudden it starts being like, what you should have done is bought more Sprite.
Yeah. What you should have done in this situation is suggest everybody get a vodka Sprite and you'll pay for it.
yeah.
and
3
then
for
everybody
2 on
will
12
like
packs
you.
at Baker's.
If you went and bought everyone a king size Reese's, it would probably cool the situation.
I love the idea. You're like at a bar and like time stops, and you're just like, you need to go to Baker's right now and buy 18 king size Sprites. It's like, okay.
I guess I'll do that next time.
And
The
then
whole
like,
time it's like, good job, keep going.
and then you just are like sitting there the next time, and you're like, fuck, I've got to go. I gotta go. This is good. Don't worry, this is gonna be fucking awesome.
You're
They're
out
gone.
with a friend and like it kind of looks like a fight might start and they're like, I gotta go to Baker's right now.
And every time you always come back, and like you're always like, all right. And
Oh,
then-
I've removed myself from this dangerous situation. Thank you, memory.
Wow.
Master.
no, but you come back to the chick that you're trying to hit on with like 18 king size Sprites, and she's gone, and you're like, damn it, it never works.
Why do I pay for this thing?
$100 a
Well,
week.
yeah. No, I think it's like good for people who need practice with social anxiety and like social situations where they're not really sure how to like end a conversation or even start one. And you got your variety of mix-ups that occur in conversation. You need to figure out how to deal with those properly. So I think it'll help with people like that, and I'm thinking it's like some kind of implant, like in your brain. Obviously, I'm not a big fan of those personally.
If it's a
but,
dream thing, what if it's just like a little like thing with an antenna next to your bed?
Yeah.
beams it
It
directly
beams into
into
your
your brain.
brain.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that because I think that also like if you have like an implant, I'd be I guess tempted to like try and make this
Eat
like
it?
more like out there and like, oh, you can use it like when you're actually in. But if you just had it like a little like nightlight that also beamed memories
Yeah.
into your brain.
Something you have to actively like commit to doing as like a practice tool rather than like something that can just like happen to you.
Imagine if you have a girl over,
Yeah.
she's sleeping with you, and you get
She
hers
starts
beamed.
getting your memories.
Yeah, no, or not even that. She starts getting like her own beamed into hers, but you also get hers, and it's like you should have never talked to this guy. You should have just turned the fuck around
You fucked
and not.
up.
You fucked up.
Or she goes home with a guy who has one of these things and she's getting her own memories, right? But it's her memory of like going home with you. And it's
Yeah.
like, you should not have went with this guy. You are in danger.
We're in massive danger. Yeah, the moment that it's like, hey, I'm
Why did you let him bust inside of you? That was a major mistake.
Yeah, it pauses the moment he's busting, and he goes, ugh, and then it just pauses.
Let's look at what happened here.
Yeah, let's do a play-by-play.
break
How did
this
we
down.
get here?
Yeah, this moment, yeah, because it would be like
This moment is
You
bad.
should not.
Like,
well,
what led up to
taking it back even further, you should not have had that third vodka Sprite. That was not.
yeah, that was a terrible.
That one was
idea.
contaminated with Rohypnol.
It just turns into some fucked up butterfly effect that makes
So
everything.
the device itself is victim blaming. It's like, you shouldn't have had that roofie drink.
Yeah, I mean, it's like practical advice for yourself, I suppose.
Yeah,
maybe
But,
if you go to
telling
the-
someone not to get roofied isn't really advice.
Yeah.
But there's also like you get like pissed off and you have to start unplugging it with chicks that you bring over because it's always like you shouldn't have gone out with this guy. You should have gotten 4 cases of vodka Sprite, or you should have gotten 4 cases of Sprite and went to Baker's right after you got to the bar.
I like the victim blaming one where it's like, maybe if you would have dressed more modestly, you wouldn't have been the roofie target. And you're like, shit, thank you. I'll remember that next time.
I was gonna say, like, you know how people accuse like dating apps of like not wanting you to get into a long-term relationship because
Yeah.
then they stop making money. Like this thing, it should like give you advice, but never enough that you're like, I think I've grown past this.
Yeah.
It should like sabotage you a little bit occasionally.
I think it should also
Yeah.
be vague with some of like the
that's-
most important
That's
advice.
how we keep the customer.
Right? Yeah. So like, if you're looking back on like hitting on a girl at the bar, it just is be like you should get overtly sexual right here.
What do you mean overtly sexual?
Immediately.
We got to
overtly
build your
sexual.
confidence here.
Oh yeah, you can give them like general ideas, and they try something out, it fails, and you're like, not like that, and it's like, fuck, okay, I guess I got to try something else.
So is this like very emotionally intelligent AI that's like reviewing things with you?
Yeah,
Well, yeah. That's kind of like the whole idea.
Or we're collecting the data and we're feeding.
We're
in the
immediately.
advice.
Yeah. We got a 3,000
5,000
Bangladeshi children.
Just typing in saying like, she looks like a whore.
You should not have done this.
Tell her she has nice bob.
That's
That's why it's victim blaming. It's
I
Just
do,
commenting.
you should have dressed more modestly.
I do love just like it just like pauses after like somebody around you makes like a stupid joke, and it's like dumb bitch, and it's like, what is that? Why?
What?
Why?
No.
What do
No.
you mean? That was funny. It was like, no, it wasn't. It wasn't funny.
Fuck
What would have been funny is if you bought 18 Diet Sprite sleeves.
Yeah, you got to get real into Coke Zero. Everybody's all about that shit right now.
Or
dude.
like
Coke Zero.
it's a memory of you looking at a bill that's like really gonna hurt your bank account, and it's like
Run away.
you should invest in Idea Guys coin.
Dine and dash. Dine and dash. You
You need-
can't afford this.
No, I'm saying like sketchy crypto schemes. It's like
Okay,
this is
yeah.
gonna save you.
I do love like underneath we always like, so just because like we get destroyed by a lawsuit at some point, underneath all of our things we always have to say this is not investment advice. It's like, you should tell her she looks pretty. This is not investment advice, because we tell people to invest
So it's
in
just
like,
like turns customers into schizophrenic business grifters. Like,
yes, skibbity riz, hawk to yes, okay, it's going well. When he says this, you need to say Ohio, like just like that. Okay.
You've got
okay.
an Ohio Gat, missus. Oh, stupid.
Thomas has been like a lot more like confident and like smooth his conversation, but like occasionally he'll just say something fucking insane.
Your snowflake is a good investment right now.
Damn, I think he's getting pussy. I'm really not sure.
think he's getting pussy?
I'm really,
I could go
really
for a
can't
Sprite
tell.
right now. How about you guys?
Oh, fuck. And they're all like, when your friend says this, buy a Sprite, buy 5.
It's like, anyone want a Sprite? I have a fuck ton, and I don't know why.
We also all have
but I know it's for a
It's
reason.
making me feel very confident.
I need
and
to
good.
buy more Sprite tomorrow, but my Sprite storage is full. Will you please have some?
I've got to buy a whole nother freezer for my Sprite.
We have like a meter that's hidden. It's like one of those like hidden like morality meters, but it's based on how much Sprite you buy. And so we can convince other people, you're just like, you should have gone home with that guy right over there. He looks really hot. And it's just because he's bought like 800 things of Sprite.
If this was the implant, that's like a fallout at morality slider. So if this was an implant, I think it'd be cool if like when you did something the AI approved of or the Bangladeshi children approved of, it popped up with like a corner of like a little guy,
rep.
a little angel drinking
Yeah.
Sprite,
It's like rep up.
or a little devil pouring Sprite out. That's if you didn't buy Sprite.
No, a little devil buying like Pepsi or something.
Drinking tap water and going,
Drinking water, hydrating.
Getting 7-Up.
Yeah. Ugh.
How dare you?
Disgusting.
Yeah, you know, because this, like, everybody always has those situations where they're up late at night. You're like, oh, I conducted that conversation so poorly. I shouldn't have said that. Like, why am I doing all this? You know,
Yeah.
and this is gonna really stop that kind of thing from ever entering your mind. You
it's
know?
kind of like
Yeah,
a mind therapist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so what if instead of that you had someone explaining exactly what you did wrong every night?
What if instead it just
And that's why you
instant-
get improve. You get to improve. You know,
Right.
I think this
instead
is-
of being like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. It's like, this is what you should have done.
Or it's
And then
like you're in your
okay,
head
here
about
you
the
go.
wrong thing. Like you're cool
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it
should.
does need to like compliment sandwich you. It needs to be like, you looked great.
Yeah,
You walked
yeah.
in, you fucked that up, but when you bought all that Sprite late at night, that was
yeah.
fucking awesome.
The Tekken practice thing does do that. When you do the right punish, it's like, oh,
Good
you
job,
did
good
it,
job.
you did it.
And then it drinks a bunch of Sprite. Let's drink your Sprite can.
Have a Sprite with me. Go crack one open.
You're a little late on your input here. Maybe you haven't had enough Sprite.
Maybe you don't have enough
Maybe
pep
you
in
need
your step right
some more caffeine in you, buddy.
All right, well, I think this is a pretty strong idea. We're calling it the Memory Master.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Bunch of people with dementia walking to the gas station buying a Sprite.
Yeah, I think $2 billion just off the like,
Sprite
subscription
epidemic.
alone.
$2 billion.
Then
and
once you get the Sprite-
our real money is in our deals with Sprite.
Of course, yeah.
We're mostly Sprite based.
And all the crypto
I
coins.
mean, well,
that
we're
we-
open to deals
we
with other
pumping them.
people, but Sprite,
Yeah,
hit
Sprite.
us up.
Yeah, I think we bumped that up to like 15 billion. once we
Yeah.
get-
Conservatively,
It's a good. I mean, I'm sure their market cap,
Yeah.
will only increase because of this.
Yeah, we're gonna be a proud sponsor of Sprite.
Mm-hmm.